Hey, boxing fans, welcome to another episode of The World of Boxing according to LeRoy. I'm LeRoy Peters. Today is February 21st, Sunday, and it is 11:55 a.m. The reason, um, last night last night I saw a lot of good fights. I'm here to talk about the Miguel Berchelt Oscar Valdez fight and some of its undercard, as well as some of the fights that we saw that happened on Showtime. First off, let me say congratulations to Oscar Valdez. He defeated Miguel Berchelt for the WBC junior lightweight title by a 10-round TKO. It was not the fight of the year, as many box experts and fans, including yourself, want it to be, but it was still a good fight. Um, it it definitely is a candidate for knockout of the year. This is the third candidate for knockout of the year I've seen in 1 week. Last week there were two candidates for knockout of the year. So boxing is very getting exciting again. It's on the rebound, on the come up, and Miguel Berchelt has nothing to be ashamed of. This was his seventh title defense. He put up a good effort, but Oscar Valdez, who's moving up from featherweight to junior lightweight at 130 pounds, he fought a very perfect fight, and he gave Miguel Berchelt fits. Berchelt seemed slut. I think what happened with Miguel Berchelt is that he struggled to make weight. He made the weight at 130, but he struggled. And when he rehydrated, he gained like 16 pounds. And it showed in the fight. He was very slow. He looked sluggish, but he made the fight competitive. He showed a lot of heart. He showed the heart of a champion for 10 rounds. He would not back down from Valdez, but Valdez was the better man, and he's the new WBC junior lightweight champion. So big props to Valdez. There's talk of a fight with another former featherweight champion, Shakur Stevenson, who's also moved up to junior lightweight, and that would be a good fight. I'm a fan of Shakur Stevenson, and I think that's that's a fight of the year candidate, possibly a lot of money to be made in that fight. So I hope to see that fight happen soon. On the undercard, I will talk about one of the fights on the undercard. Junior lightweight prospect Gabriel Flores defeated Jason Valdez by 6-round TKO. Velez was a step up in competition for Flores. He gave Flores fits through 6 rounds. But Flores finally caught him, knocked him down twice in the 6th round before the referee Tony Weeks stopped it. I thought it was a quick stoppage though, because even though Velez got knocked down a second time, he didn't look like he couldn't continue. He looked like he could continue, and I thought the referee should have given him a chance to at least try to continue. But it is what it is. On and these fights were on ESPN and ESPN Plus. They were good fights. On Showtime card was also last night. It was the return of Adrian the Problem Broner. I saw that fight after I watched the Berchelt Valdez fight, and I'll say this about Broner: I am not impressed. I was not. He won the fight last night against undefeated Giovanni Santiago, but according to many boxing experts, it could have gone either way. I thought Santiago won by 1 point. It was a close fight, but I was not impressed with Broner's performance. I'm not impressed with Broner himself, and to be honest with you, I really don't like the man. He's what his name means. I don't mean that as a compliment. I think he's a problem for boxing. He brings bad publicity, bad negativity, and boxing does not need any more guys like Adrian Broner. we had enough that problems like that from the likes of Floyd Mayweather and, dare I say, Tyson Fury and a host of others. And Broner is just, he, even when he lost to Manny Pacquiao, he claims that he was robbed, which I remember seeing that fight. Pacquiao whooped him, outboxed him, and he can't accept the fact that he lost to Pacquiao, an older guy. So that's all I want to say about Broner. On the undercard of that fight, I just watched the return of Dominic Brazil and Otto Wallin, both former heavyweight title challengers. Dominic Brazil challenged for the heavyweight title twice. He was knocked down by both Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. Otto Wallin challenged Tyson Fury for the lineal heavyweight title and lost by 12-round unanimous decision. This was a good fight. I'm very surprised there were no knockdowns because Otto Wallin basically outworked, outboxed, and connected more punches on the taller, heavier Dominic Brazil. Otto Wallin won by 12-round unanimous decision. I give Brazil credit. He showed the heart of a lion, and he tried his best, but it wasn't enough. And if I was Dominic Brazil, he's 35 years old, I'd be looking for a new profession. I mean, he gave it his all. I mean, he has nothing to be ashamed of, but I'd get out while the getting's good because he's been knocked down 6 times in his boxing career. 2 of them were for the world heavyweight title, and this was his first fight in almost 2 years since he lost to Deontay Wilder by a 1-round knockout. Otto Wallin, after last night's performance, I think he deserves another shot at the title. I don't think he could beat Tyson Fury, but I think he would give someone like former world heavyweight champion Andrew Ruiz a good fight. And I also like to see him fight another former heavyweight champion, Prince Charles Martin, Deontay Wilder, Adam Konoski, and Robert Helenius. I mean, all these are good fights, and I see good opportunities for All-In Wallin, and sky's the limit for him. To also like to make some announcements. Some fights start coming up next week on DAZN. Canelo Alvarez defends his WBA, WBC super middleweight titles in a mandatory against Iro Yildirim. And the very same day, former WBO heavyweight champion Joseph Parker is fighting unbeaten prospect Junior Fa in New Zealand. So, but that's also on DAZN. I shall be watching both fights, and a lot of people, I kind of like, I never heard the guy that Canelo's fighting. I never heard of him. A lot of people haven't heard of him, but a lot of people feel that this is probably a walk in the park for Canelo. But history has shown anything can happen in boxing. So who knows? Again, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, if and when after Canelo beats Yildirim, he'll give Triple G another rematch. Who knows? That might not happen soon. Because Canelo says he wants to unify the super middleweight division. So the ball's in his court. What else? I saw yesterday, my cousin and I watched a documentary on former 3-time world champion Iron the Blade Barkley. It's called The Fifth King. You can find it on Amazon. It's a good documentary. It came out in 2019. The life of Iron Barkley is a very interesting and amazing life. And also, his story is not unique. About a lot of boxers, once they reach the mountaintop, they don't forget where they come from. They're very generous with who they help, their people, to the detriment of themselves. And Iron Barkley was no exception to that. I highly recommend this video. It's called The Fifth King. You can find it on Amazon Prime, and it was pretty good. Other than that, that's it from me. This is the world of boxing according to LeRoy Peters, episode 7. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please continue to wear your mask, get vaccinated, and I'll see you next time. Take care.